Hey, I want to begin this video by clarifying that we are not replacement theologians. We do not believe the church has replaced Israel. Israel is to be taken literally when it comes to the Bible, especially pertaining to eschatology. Iran attacked Israel this past Saturday, and I think it's important to state this off the jump that anti-Semitism is a demonic spirit. After the attack on Israel on October 7th of 2023, it was like the lancing of a boil. And we can see that from little things like the Irish volleyball team when they refused to shake hands with the Israeli volleyball team, to much bigger things like missiles being launched at Israel. And we can see anti-Semitism is on the rise. Never since the Holocaust have we been able to see such anti-Semitism. From October 7th until the day I'm recording this video, October 16th, 2024, we've not seen as many people die since the Jewish Holocaust. Hamas has beheaded people, killed babies. They've killed families in front of each other. They've killed elderly people. And they went to a concert and slaughtered a group of young people. They took hostages. Many of those hostages are still being held captive today. Some of those hostages have died. This was and is unbelievable savagery. They were praising Allah the entire time they went through all this. And despite this evil that has taken place, the world has really turned on Israel. And you would think the world would have turned on Hamas. Some people have. However, the world today is overwhelmingly pro-Palestinian and has turned on the Jews. Satan is pushing a misinformation campaign against Israel and is seeking to turn God's people against the Holy Land. And here's a lie I want to debunk. The lie is this: Palestinians just want their homeland to coexist, and they don't want any war or anything like that. But what you're hearing is propaganda from Satan and his demons. Speaking of propaganda, here's a quote from Hitler. "By skillful and sustained use of propaganda, one can make people see heaven as hell or an extremely wretched life as paradise." End of quote. Joe Rogan, the famous comedian and podcaster, recently said that Israel is committing genocide against Hamas. And I want you to know that is fallacious. He's essentially arguing that Israel is an apartheid state. Apartheid means there is segregation, especially on the grounds of race, sometimes related to gender or sexual orientation, that kind of thing. But 21% of Israel is Palestinian or Arab. And Israel is a democratic nation. And the Knesset, their Congress, they have representatives who are Muslim, Arab, Palestinian, Christian, women, openly gay. And Hamas, on the other hand, is 100% apartheid. No Jews are allowed to live there. Only extreme Muslims are in power there. And what the Muslims are saying about the Jews is actually what the Muslims are doing to the Jews. The only democracy in the Middle East is Israel. And here's another lie I want to debunk. Israel is committing genocide in Gaza, some people are saying. Genocide means that you have to kill a large number of people and you take out a whole people group, basically. And Israel is not doing that. In World War II, think about this. The Allied forces didn't have a bone to pick with the French or the Polish or the German people. They had a problem with the Nazis, and they wanted to take out the Nazi people, and that's exactly what they did. They weren't seeking to take out all the Polish people, all the French people, all the German people. They were trying to take out Nazis and Hitler himself. The Israelis are trying to take out Hamas. Hamas has a problem with the Jews. Now, there are 2.3 million residents in Gaza, and the death toll right now is about 1.3% of Gaza. And most of that 1.3% would be soldiers. If you think about this, out of that 1.3%, most of them being soldiers, Hamas hides behind those people. They're seeking to bomb daycare centers and schools. Right now, they're staging attacks against humanitarian zones. The people of Hamas are evil people. Out of that 1.3% of people who died, it is clear that Israel is not going after Palestinian people. They're going after Hamas. And Hamas built 500 miles of tunnels underneath Gaza, but not one shelter above ground. Hamas is seeking genocide against the Jews. Secretary to the UN, Guterres, has said that Israel has oppressed Hamas has oppressed the people in Gaza. I want you to think about this. If your neighbor said, "I hate your guts. I can't stand you. I'm going to take you out by killing you, your whole family." Then they go into their house to build bombs and guns and all this stuff. Do you think you would build a fence? Would you put in security cameras? Would you keep your eyes peeled? Of course you would. In 2005, the United States and the United Nations forced Israel to give up the Gaza Strip to the Palestinians in a land for peace deal. And Hamas then took the land and turned it into a military zone to attack Israel. 2007, Hamas took over the Gaza Strip, and it's been completely void of any election ever since. The Israelis have put up a wall, and they've put up security guards and fencing and all of that stuff in order to protect Israel. And any prime minister in his right mind would do that. That just is completely practical to do that. Now, why would Israel have ever let their guard down and let October 7th, 2023 happen in the first place? Well, Hamas began to talk sweet to them. And when the Abraham Accords were happening a couple years ago, Hamas said, "Let's be friends." And Israel believed them. Lastly, what does Iran have to do with any of this sticky situation? And I want you to keep in mind, Iran is who attacked Israel this past Saturday. It wasn't to be confused with anyone. The people in the Iranian government made it clear that they've been trying to take out Israel for a while. I'm going to get to that in just a second. But Iran is the puppet master of all of the people in the Gaza Strip: Hamas, Hezbollah, Islamic Jihad, the Houthis, all those people. And Iran's supreme leader, Khamenei, he even outlined a 9-point plan for Israel's elimination. Iran believes that Allah has called them to destroy Israel. That's their eschatology. I don't believe that we're living at the end times. I believe we're living at the end of the end times. Maranatha, Lord, come quickly.